What's happening, player?
No, so dumb. Nothing much.
If everyone knew what was happening behind the scenes all the time between us, they would just crack up laughing
I
and
know.
shake their heads at the same damn time.
Yeah, we need to be on camera. This is some straight comedy. Like we need somebody filming the filming of.
Exactly. Exactly. Because check this out, audience, listeners, subscribers. This is our third time starting this
Why
podcast
are you telling people that?
because it was funny because you was looking like a midget and then we had to straighten out our clothes and all other things. So, all right. Well, welcome to I then I gotta turn my professional hat on, right?
hmm
Welcome to I Ain't Trying to Be Funny, but
But
with Keita and Kim. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It wasn't our day. Some bad news to start out the day, but it's been better. Yeah.
Yeah, we did get that shocking news, and I don't
Yeah.
even think it was 8 o'clock. It wasn't even 7:30 when I got that phone call.
It
So
was it was morning. I do know it was morning.
yeah, yeah. So we'll just keep the family in our thoughts. And next chance I get, I will definitely reach out.
Okay.
But on a lighter note, we are here to talk about some trash.
TV was slow right around like the Christmas time and
Mm-hmm.
early part of this year, but new shows been popping up like every 5 minutes. Everybody's season is coming back. The spring is sprung. Spring has sprung. All the shows back. And I'm so busy this month. I'm like, when am I gonna have time to watch stuff? I'm gonna be sitting on the toilet like, ooh, you know.
I do that anyway.
I'm about to put a screen up in the shower or something. I'm like, good grief, I'm gonna watch all of this stuff.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have the portable speaker that you take to the beach.
Uh-huh.
It's connected to my iPad, my computer, my cell phone, everything. And when I'm in the shower, if I'm watching the show is still going. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just I'm just listening to it in the shower on that speaker because the speaker is really loud. But I do that too. Sitting on the toilet watching TV. The TV is in the other room, sitting on the counter with the speaker.
Yeah. I need to get, but have you ever been in the suites at the Mercedes Benz or the State Farm Arena?
Mhm.
They have
Yeah,
TVs in the bathroom, like
yeah,
right above the sink and stuff like that.
yeah.
I'm like, that's what I need in the house. I need it embedded in the mirror in the bathroom, which is really ridiculous. It means I got a TV addiction at this point. But
Well, do you wait? Make sure you find a buy one get one so I can have one too.
right. We need to hit that
But
lottery.
quickly before we jump into the shows we're going to discuss today, I have to say this. Did you catch up on the Mandalorian?
I did, but this last episode was
Trash. It was so trash.
it started
And
out good. It started out good. It was like fight, 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 fight. Then the opening credits, and then it just went. Ew. I was like, "What in the hell am I watching?" It was just a very strange, disjointed
it was
episode.
totally
Didn't care nothing
disjointed
about
and
that dude's story.
at all.
Why do we care about
And it
Dr.
was
Pershing?
it was so funny too because I found an article that where people were talking about what the hell did one thing have to do with the other. It was almost like for 45 minutes we were watching a totally different show. And then they came back to it. And
hmm
I was just like,
Yeah, but then when they
I
came
am
back,
not going to get that time back.
it still wasn't related to any of the shit we had just watched. I was like, "What was
No.
that?" Baby Yoda was just sitting there looking. I was like,
Right.
I don't know.
Literally. Yeah. So I was like, I am so glad it wasn't just me. When I found that article, I was like, oh my God, thank you. Cause I was just like, really?
Yeah, Hubs and I were sitting here like, what the, what is this? What, and I didn't watch it until I got back from Denver, And that's the only thing I got to watch Sunday night. I'm like, this is what I stayed up
Yep, you wasted
for.
your
I
time
wasted
on
my
that.
time for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
it was horrible. So today we're gonna jump into some relationship shows, and then we'll end with our favorite scripted show. One of our favorite, because we have a lot of favorites.
I know at the moment.
Yeah. Scripted show Power Book 2. So we'll start with Ready to Love and Put a Ring on It, which Put a Ring on It finally came back.
It did
With a
my
different
girl.
host.
Yes.
Yeah. Hostess. And so I can't wait to talk about that. But let's go on and knock Ready to Love out. What did you think of these last 2 episodes?
So last week they got rid of Marcia. Well, the week before they got rid of Marcia. Poor thing. It wasn't a shock. I just wish they had gotten rid of Sue Ann instead, because I'm over her. But Marcia just didn't really have anybody she was all that hooked up with. Nobody really. I mean, Tony kind of liked her, but the rest of the group wanted to send her home. So that was that. And then they went on dates. No, not dates, but they met their friends. And
their exes.
The exes
no, they're friends.
Yeah, they met like best friends or whatever.
They met, yeah.
And
besties.
Yeah. And Andre just seems to just really be trying to find reasons why he likes Jeffrey. Because when he said he didn't like how quickly Cynthia responded, I thought that was BS. And I like her, even though she talks kind of slow. I like her. And she seems to just be real. She seems to be one of the realest people on there. And so he's so petty and childish that fine, just be with Jeffrey. Do whatever you're gonna do. Be honest about it though. Take that dookie braid and go on and get with.
Listen, every time you say Andre, you just gotta do this.
I'm not even doing it anymore. I can't even stand to see him on my screen. I'm just like.
And then what's the thing in the back? So what is that called?
What Tommy said, you got this part going this way, the back going that way. Yeah, it's just a mess. It looked like a shag, but it's not, because it's not low enough for a shag. It's just a bush.
But it's full. It's
full it's like an afro in the back of his head. And then he got waves in the front and a ponytail. He got a man, like a tiny man bun in the top and a dookie braid. It's just dumb. Too many hairstyles in one head. Just, man, stop it. So anyway, I don't really even have it.
But his friend chose Cynthia though. And
he just totally ignored that. He just came up with a dumb reason why he didn't want Cynthia. Same thing with Lyndon's best friend told him that Morgan had a football field size red flag. And he's sitting there like, really? Yes, really, clown. She crazy. Why would you? The
Nair Queen.
It's not like they were together a year and then he heard this story. You're not even girlfriend, boyfriend yet. And you already know she's crazy. So why would you? Why would this still be your top person? Maybe because it's his
why would you go to sleep next to her? Knowing she nared someone's head.
Because it might not be nair the next time. She might decide to just take a razor. Fire, blood, pig's blood, anything, who knows? Grits. She's nuts. And then this week, Tony showed his whole ass, like completely. He's a baby. He thinks he's an alpha male, but he's way too immature and childish to be an alpha male. He just really wants to be one, and he's on this show trying to front like he is. But all the alpha males are looking at him like, bruh, come on.
Yeah.
Always challenging who he thinks is weaker than him. And he thought it was Lyndon. And Lyndon laughed at him and was like, is this what you really want to do?
He was like, man, go on with that.
Yeah, he was just like, because if you want to start some shit, I put it out there. Oh, this what we doing? What about
and then he dropped that mic.
He was like, what about when you said? So this was the situation. They're at this dinner, or they're on their retreat at the Airbnb or wherever they are. And Tony's like, well, how does it feel for Morgan to be your number one connection? But I've been kissing her. I just been kissing her 20 times or whatever he said. That's just so silly.
And
Like you just
childish and
sound like
immature.
he sound like a seventh grader. I've been kissing her more than you. It just sounded stupid. So then
Right.
so Lyndon's like, oh yeah. Well, what about when you said that if Marcia was still here, I could have Morgan? It told it wasn't that he could say. He want to get mad. I mean, he did get mad and he want to
Yeah.
deflect and now he want to fight. But you
Yeah.
said it.
And he
You
made
said
it
it.
worse. The
He
more he
made it
was
worse.
talking, he made it worse. Yeah.
And Morgan was like, I'm sitting right here, y'all. Y'all ain't got to keep talking about me. Yeah.
That's
So,
what was funny because he's talking as if she wasn't even sitting right there.
yeah. And so,
But Tony is the bitch assness representative. Like,
he
what
is.
in
He
the
is.
hell? I
He was
mean,
pretty, yeah, he's pretty ridiculous. He's pretty ridiculous. So she's crazy because she'll snatch your hair out your head. And he's crazy because he's ready to fight over every little thing. And they got the nerve to be attracted to each other. Like y'all
right,
know y'all gonna be in there burning the house down. You know there's
right.
gonna be a murder.
Literally.
Literally. You know there's gonna be a murder suicide story. Or a keyed up car. Or she gonna what's that Jasmine Sullivan song? I bust the windows out your car. You know, it's
Or
gonna
to
be
be
something like that.
or what was the one Angela Bassett when she put his stuff in the car and
And then set it on
torched
fire.
it? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be something with this chick.
And
Not to mention the fact that she was like, you are going to marry me within 2 years.
she was like, wife me, please. Who says that?
Who says that? But you know what? These dudes deserve everything they get because when Andre said, no, not Andre, when Lyndon said, how big is the red flag? It's one of those situations where you just stand up and be like, I'm going to head on out. Because
why you do that every week now? We're going to change the name of this podcast to I and I'm going to head out.
No, why every week I got to get a cough drop? Because
all right, I done had enough of this nonsense. This is, yeah. So, and then, okay, what else did I want to talk about? The one that I'm liking more every single week that they show him is Anthony. He just, the more he really opens up and talks, he just is really just a regular brother who just, you know, he ain't quite
because everybody else is looking stupid though.
Right. And he's just really authentic or something. But he just comes off as just he's sitting around like, yeah, I don't think I like any of these chicks. I think he like you, I'm all right, I'm gonna head out.
He's like,
yeah. So, but he does like who is his person? Cynthia?
Anthony chose Cynthia.
Okay.
So he did Cynthia, Mercedes, and Sue Ann, and no one likes Sue Ann. Sue Ann should just leave.
Blake don't even like her, and he needs to leave too. So we keep saying that.
I was surprised Suzanne had kids. She said she has 2 girls.
Yeah, it is surprising that she has kids, but actually it's not. I just don't think I had heard her say it before this last
She hadn't.
I think Mark, even though they got rid of Mercedes, she's cute. Mark Anthony's cute. How are you shaking your head?
What you mean they got rid of Mercedes? What are you talking about?
That one this week? Oh, they didn't get rid of anybody. Oh, that's right. Mercedes and Sue Ann are in the bottom.
Right.
But I think Mercedes.
And why did I start writing bye-bye Sue Ann and then they ended it? I was like, no, oh my God, not again. I'm so sick of this shit.
Yeah, it is going to be Mercedes, I think, because she just doesn't, she's cute with Mark Anthony. And I hope they actually hook up off camera, you know, off the show. I think they should, even if they don't get married, they're such an adorable little couple.
Yeah.
And they're like on the same page, pilot, flight attendant, young, still partying and dating. I think they work perfectly. So I think it should be Mercedes that goes.
Well, if Mercedes goes, Mark Anthony needs to leave too. I'm tired of this. And so that way they can go ahead and get rid of Blake and then Sue Ann can leave.
Yeah, I was thinking it should be Mercedes, but what I really mean is it probably will be Mercedes. Just because they keep putting that homie title on her like they did Marcia. And anytime they label somebody a homie, they got to go. They've been
But
doing
why
that for
not Suzanne? Why are they
years.
keeping Suzanne?
Sue
Sue Ann around. Anthony don't want Suzanne.
He sure don't, and Blake Blake don't either.
Blake
Might have just kept
definitely doesn't want Suzanne, but I don't
man.
understand. Why do I keep saying
I
Suzanne?
don't know.
Sue Ann.
Say Susu.
Cause it's country. Sue Ann.
It's yeah. It's like white girl country too. It is. I don't know anybody black named Sue Ann. But anyway, um,
No.
Andre is still to this day mad that Mercedes didn't reach out to him. He said it again this week when they were
Again,
talking
he
about the women.
surely did. He surely did.
I'm like, this big grown ass man is still
Bitch.
being yes, yes, that's what it is.
Big grown
That's
ass
what it
bitch. He
yes.
might as well wear a bra. Like it gets on my nerves. I mean, oh my goodness. Like he is the main person on this show that I'm just annoyed with behind Blake. Just well, and Tony.
I mean, I was
They
about to say
just
it's a whole bunch of them. They
they
need to bring
all bitches. Like they act more like women than the women do. Like, damn.
they just hold on to little grudges and gripes and they petty and childish and oh yeah. Yeah, it was a lot though. It was a lot though. And you could tell. So Lyndon went and apologized to Morgan right away. Like as soon as the dinner was over, he went found her, apologized. Okay. Tony waited till way later, but you can tell that she wants to accept his apology and move on. I can tell she's attracted to him because he is so crazy. She says what she needs to say. The way you behave when you're angry says a lot, but she ain't gonna stick with it. She likes that drama.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
like drama because she's full of drama too.
she
And they just two big ass red flags. And they
yep,
listen,
murder suicide.
please be together so you can take each other off of the dating pool, out of the dating pool for somebody else who comes in this and be and are innocent.
Exactly.
Because it's ridiculous that they too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs people.
And my friend says they need to stay together because if they break up and date other people, we don't need 4 miserable people. Let these two stay together. We don't need 4 miserable people.
Right. Just take them off. Just please date. Please.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, how about y'all leave?
There. Yeah, take that
how about
over there.
Soon as they take Mercedes off, and then Mark Anthony can go with her, they will vote Blake off, and Sue Ann can go with him, and just and Tony and Morgan can walk out too, because that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So that just leaves Anthony, Cynthia, Andre, and Jeffrey. And we don't like any of them. So I mean, like seriously, there's no one left that should be together.
Let's just end it.
We say that every week. We wanted to end it like episode 3. And we're on what, 8, 9?
It was episode 2. I was like, I don't like anybody on this show. Like, seriously.
Seriously. I cannot see. And a lot of them liked Jeffrey at first, but now they're starting to see, yeah, something ain't right with this chick. Andre's the only one who still is only seeing what he wants to see. And probably because he talks in that voice. So, anyway.
They need to bring Corey back. Bring Corey back.
Which one was
That
Corey?
Kappa who was telling everybody the same story.
Oh, you remember him? That was a few years ago, wasn't it? He was like,
bring him into the mix, boy. That would be so funny, man.
I think it's a good thing the little short guy got eliminated. At least he ain't in there with this nonsense,
with
maybe he's somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sick of this show. It's not even good. And they're holding on to, I don't know what they're holding on to. Just end it. Like, why are you trying to stretch it out?
I don't know. That's what I was saying.
We need to really find out if they get some money or something after this. I mean, I know they're trying to be famous actors and crap like that, but y'all suck as people.
I think it's the show. I think the show had a certain number of weeks, that they were contracted to
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
But these people are just not interesting enough
They're
to
duds. Who
sustain the
cares?
entire season, so they dragging
Right.
it out, dragging. So, anywho, let's move on because that we spent a lot of time on
Look,
this nothing show. Yeah, check.
next.
Next is season 4 of Puttering on It.
Yes.
Yes,
Welcome back.
we have a new season and a new host, who
A
is
new
my
host.
Spelman sister, Dr. Stacy J. Johnson, relationship coach, expert, whatever you want to call
From
it.
Memphis.
From Memphis. I thought it was interesting because I don't think Dr. Nicole, who was also my Spelman sister, I don't think she told us anything about herself
I
starting
don't think
out.
she did either.
But Stacy let us know that her mom had been married 5 times, and when she passed away some years ago, she was like,
At like 56 or something. It
yeah,
was crazy.
56, and she still wanted them to know that love works, you know.
And
So,
she said her dad had a lot of relationships too, which is weird. And I actually wrote that for people her parents' age, that was unheard of. I don't think I know but one person, and it's a cousin, in my entire like formative years that was married multiple times.
oh, I do.
Just one, and it was a cousin. And I was really thinking about that. I was like, who's been married multiple? I started just thinking, I was like,
Mm. I actually know people who've been married a lot of times, and the thing that puzzles me is, if you're about to be wife number 2, okay, the first marriage often
right,
doesn't,
right.
they got married young, the second, but wife number 3, what are you thinking? Wife number 4, what you thinking? Wife number 5, come on. Husband number 5, for real? I was just like, I just don't understand what it is about this person. Some folks can go their whole lives and never be married, and then this person, then done it 5 times. How does that work? But
5 times by 56.
there's a lady at the church I just was at who just got married again. She's been married several times, and it's amazing. Like, but
It is amazing.
and people like that really do believe in love. But is it they
They
believe in
love
love, or they
everybody.
just love being married?
They love everybody.
All right, so let's talk about these
I
couples.
love all y'all.
I thought it was cool though that Stacey gave us a little bit of her background so we could
It
see
was.
why she, wants to do something like this, and help couples find love or find marriage or whatever. So we got 3 couples, Ricky and Catherine. They've been friends for a really long time,
Over 10 years.
over 10 years. Chance and Dunbar, who've been together 1 year. He's the NFL player. I looked him up. Gray played 5 games for the Falcons. He came, I can call
Yeah,
myself
but
an
what year
NFL.
was that?
2003. 20 years ago, he played 5 games for the Falcons. Kim, if you put all the times together you've been to the games, you probably you got as much experience as he does. I was like, Negro,
I've been a season ticket holder for 12 years.
that's what I'm saying. And the times you've been on the field and been to the games and stuff,
13 years.
you might as well count yourself an ex-NFL player. Like, Negro. Anyway.
13 years. It's
And then
13 years this year. Yeah, 13
see?
years.
And then Joya and Jasha. His name is the worst. I wouldn't be able to date him because his name is awful. But they've been together 2 years. So of these 3, you said one of them, is gonna be a mess.
Toxic already.
And it is that clown
Dunbar and Chance. First of all, they look weird. They don't even match. Whatever. Anyway, but he was a plum fool. He was disrespectful.
First thing out his mouth is he want a woman to rub his feet. I was like, where's the remote? I'm like, where's my remote? I can't. I ain't doing this with you.
I ain't touching no feet. Let me tell you, I am anti-feet. Like, please keep your feet over there.
I actually am too. I don't do feet.
Oh, you see how my face scrunch up when you I just can't do feet.
But
It's
his
something
whole, but
about
all
feet.
he had to say, it was not about love. It was about what he needs her to do for him.
Right.
And the way he clowned when that dude came to pick her up, it was just it was unnecessary. It was out of line. He was cussing.
Disrespectful.
He was
He
cussing in
looks
the prayer.
stupid.
How you gonna say a
Yeah.
prayer and cuss at the end? I was like, get this
Right.
clown off my TV. Get him off my TV. I did not like
Immediately.
him at all. Didn't like him at all. And
Immediately.
her date was kind of like, what the hell? What is happening?
Yeah.
He was,
If
he was,
I was her date, I would have walked out.
yeah, I'd have been
I would
like,
have been
yeah, I
like,
don't do
never
this.
mind.
Yeah.
Because that's drama right there. Why would I
Mhm.
want to be involved in that? And
The whole show is drama though.
wait, but what I'm saying to you is, why would I want to date somebody who date a fool?
Yeah.
He a whole fool from
From the
jump.
jump. Mm-hmm.
And when he told that boy to bring him back some food,
When
girl,
he
I
brought
died.
him back some food,
Then he brought the food. I said,
that's
wait a
what
minute.
took me out. That's what took me. I said, this Negro actually brought the man. Where's my remote? Every week, where's my remote? Boop.
Head on out.
I'm gonna head on
It
out.
was like, and then he said he want the girl to be a domestic, a submissive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was first thing
And
I
I'm
was clown.
going, what you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He said he wants the domestic things when he wants it, not when she want to do it, but when he wants it. So he wants to just be able to demand your necklace piece is
Yeah, it's talking to you. It wants to be a part of the conversation.
right. It want to turn weird. Yeah. So I like what Stacy said. So when you were released from your father, I started laughing because that's what he was acting like his daughter was going on a date, and then but then she got more serious with him, like, you know, actually with her. She was just like, he's controlling the narrative. She kept wanting to say, oh no, it's not control. He's not controlling me. He may not be controlling you directly, like, here, woman, go do this. But he set the tone for the whole date. He controlled how her date was gonna interact with her. And it was disrespectful. And she didn't even see it as disrespectful. She wanna argue with Stacy, and Stacy's like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
They look stupid. They look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pause for a commercial break right quick.
Okay.
All right, and we're back from commercial break. Did y'all like that commercial?
No actual commercial was shown, but yeah, we took a little mini break.
But yeah, she was trying to explain to Chance, who obviously is clueless about what's going on in her relationship, that he's controlling and that there's a cause and effect. Obviously, she didn't understand that at all.
At all. And I'm wondering how long do you try to convince somebody that there's a problem? You know, would you say it more than once, more than twice? Would you hit them over the head with it, or would at some point you just be like, all right then, do you? I guess Stacy can't do that because the show is.
Well, what's going to happen, I think, is that she's not going to go out with Rick. What was his name? She went out with Philip. So and I couldn't even understand what he said in the beginning. I had to rewind it and say, what did he say his name was? He said Phil, but his mouth didn't move. Oh my God, he's young too. Girl, going through. I was like, what is?
He was a cornball. He didn't have much to talk about. And so, but is that also because Dunbar acted such a fool? I mean,
I think he changed the trajectory of the date.
Which is what Stacy was saying. He controlled the whole narrative of the date.
He did. So he did.
Yeah, and I like that she pointed it out right away. She didn't tiptoe around it. She just put it right on out there, like, okay, baby, this some bullshit. First date. Yeah. So
and he can't keep doing that. And then okay, so here's the real test. What's gonna happen when it's his turn?
He probably gonna be like, who was that the last time? Because he reminds me of that fool from the other season. He
With the
was
one
he was
had
from
his pregnant girl on the floor.
no, no, the one who he used to be in Crime Mob.
Oh, start with a D.
Yeah, he had one attitude when she was going out. And Darian, I
something.
think. But then when he
Mhm.
went out, he having sex with the chick. Like,
Right, right.
he want to act a fool with her. Yeah, yeah. So he just guys like that. You can see it's coming. You can see it's coming. He gonna think he can do what he want, but he want to control what she does. Cause
So
he,
the only thing I can agree with her on is that she didn't immediately jump into a marriage because he's the one who wants to get married.
mm-hmm.
So at least she hasn't just jumped in full force into a marriage
Yeah, but it's only
yet.
a year, and it's probably only because she's probably not budging on the rubbing the feet on command.
Mm-hmm.
She's still
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it, but she don't want him to
Mm-hmm.
command her to do it. So, all
But
right. So
he said, "Wait, I'll gotta say this quote because this is when I stopped breathing, talking because I couldn't believe he said this on TV. He said he has the right to choose who she spends her time with. He has the right to choose who she spends her time with." And I was like, wait, that math ain't mathing.
why is that a phrase now? I don't know
The
any
math ain't
math.
mathing.
I don't know any math person who says that. I'm like, people say it to me all the time, and I'm like, where is that? What did that come from?
I don't know where it came from. I don't make up any slang terms.
Well, as
But
a math professor, I don't get it. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny to me that people say that now. The math ain't mathing. It
that don't make sense.
the love ain't loving the any of it. It's just all terrible. So right off the bat, I want them to break up.
Oh, they never should have dated. Because you know what? I bet $1 billion that I do not even have. And that's a new math problem. $1 billion that he had acted a whole monkey on their first date.
We'll hear about it probably. So yeah, we'll find out.
It's like, how did y'all meet? Did they say how they met?
I think they did, but I don't remember. I think they did say how they met.
Yeah, I bet you he acted a whole monkey on the first date.
And he's not even cute. So it just
at all.
And
he's short.
And this whole used to be an NFL player, bro. Let that go. You played
He shouldn't even say that.
minutes. You played 3 minutes 20 years ago. I'm a next NFL player. Knock it off. That's what I'm saying. You might as well be. Like, come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. I did some music videos back in the day. Am I a rapper? No.
You might be.
My next fly girl? No. I did a few things, but I'm not. No, I'm not gonna claim something I'm not.
Yeah, they shouldn't have even brought that up. They shouldn't even brought that up. Because right now, I want to know what you're doing. What do you do right now for
That's
work?
what I'm saying. Because he ain't got no money from that. He don't have any money.
Because he doesn't have any money. Because especially if he only played 5 games, that means that was probably his rookie season.
Yeah, he was drafted, played 5 games, and then it says he retired. But I don't believe it was an actual retirement. So
I don't even know who he is.
Terrence Dunbar. I was like,
well, I did that too, but he didn't come up. So that's how. Yeah,
I did.
Anyway,
Dunbar, yeah.
Next couple,
Jasha and Joya.
They've been dating 2 years.
She's ready for marriage and children. He wants to wait another 2.5 to 3 years.
He said he wants freedom and travel. Wait a minute. I'm not mad at him.
I'm mad at her because she knows that this is how he feels.
And exactly. And she's ignoring it.
To change him to do what she wants to do. No, don't do that. Go find somebody who wants what you want.
Go find somebody else.
So they should break up too.
They should break up. But here's the other thing. The way that she was talking, my clock, this, that, and the third, I didn't think she had kids. But when she went out on the date, she has a what, 11-year-old? Yeah, she has
Yeah.
an 11-year-old son.
I missed that. I must have gone in the
Yeah.
other room and come back. I missed that completely.
And I was just like, what? I didn't think you had any. The way that she was presenting it,
Like this
is
is her
that
last shot.
this is my last shot at having kids. And I'm going, okay, go and find somebody who wants kids. But he is clearly telling you, dum-dum, that he wants his freedom and he wants to travel, which means you will be stuck with that child.
No, he's gonna resent her and resent the child and then probably leave. And yeah,
she'll be
like you
stuck
said,
with the
and she'll be
child.
stuck with the child. But he'll be mad because he don't want to be sitting around looking at no baby. He want to
Right.
be out on a plane over some water somewhere, heading over the water
Right.
somewhere. So
Right.
I think it's dumb to try to force somebody to your plan or your program.
Yeah.
So they should break up. All right. And then the last couple, Ricky and Catherine.
Wait.
I don't have anything else to say about Joya and Joshua.
We didn't talk about her date.
Oh,
she went out on a date with Kyle, who was a whole fool. Somehow he went to Howard.
Oh yeah, but I think they had a good date though. Is that what I wrote down? Was that them?
But why did she feel the need to tell Jasha that she took a crumb off of his mouth?
Crumb off his face. I think she wanted to see if he was gonna get mad. Because that seemed to be intimate. Or maybe she was afraid that he was gonna see footage of it.
That's so childish.
I think that's probably it. She was just trying to cover her butt in case the footage was shown on the show and he would be like, oh, you all doing this. The way his face was tight the whole episode, he's a jealous man. He's jealous and possessive. So that's gonna be an issue. Anything she does.
Why come on the show? Why come on the show? Because you know that's what the show is about. They go on dates. Come on now, stop it.
Yep,
just they all stop
know.
it.
They know.
Just break up. How about that? Just break up.
Did I say that? They should break up.
You said that.
We can move on. We're gonna have to watch 59 weeks of this. Couples that should break up. Shouldn't be put a ring on it. Put an axe in it. Put a nail in the coffin. That's what it ought to be called.
Right.
Put a nail in it.
Put a nail on it. We're gonna call it just stop now. Shit.
Just stop now. Shit.
They go ass at home. Yeah. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It just gets on my nerves that he is literally saying what he wants and she's saying what she wants, and it don't match
at all.
But y'all think staying together is gonna change it, or I'm confused.
Yeah, they really think that love conquers all. It does not.
The hell?
It does not. Love does not conquer
all. Love ain't got shit to do with that.
What's love? Yeah, so they don't have it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Ricky and Catherine, friends for 10 years. He's scarred. He just looked like
totally.
He looked like a deer in the headlights. And so it's something about him. I was just like, there's no chemistry between the two of them. They should stay friends. They should just stay friends, and she should go and date other people. So they should break up.
What?
Yeah.
You ended the show and the show hadn't even been on 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they should definitely break up. First of all, he looks like a kid. Like, he looks like he's 12 years old compared to her. She looks way older. I thought she looks like his older sister.
Mm-hmm. There's no chemistry there. It
isn't
like buddies. So I'm wondering, are they actually a couple
dating?
Or is this fake?
Yeah, it's like that Darian, whatever her name is, situation again. Faking. Yeah.
But he's been He's been married before. He was cheated on. They have financial troubles. I was just like, he got a whole lot of baggage, boo. A whole lot of baggage. Y'all should just break up now. I mean, not that you
And
gotta
then he
just throw
said,
him away,
and
but
then he said he moved her into the house, and I'm like, yeah, because you needed help with the bills. It wasn't because y'all was dating and this relationship was going somewhere.
and that is just so wonderful. No, it ain't that. We know better.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was that you needed help with the bills.
Yeah. So Stacy didn't really get into the other two couples. She really
Right.
only just kind of gave some
Because
advice.
Dunbar and Chance was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, and the episode didn't really end because usually, well, I don't know if they're gonna do that this season, but Dr. Nicole would ask, "Do you want to go on another
Are you
date
gonna?
with this person?" But she didn't get to ask that this week because we ended. She was already chewing him out. So
Yeah.
I don't know what
Well,
the format is gonna be. But she was like,
right.
"Do you want to be married 5 times? Let's get into this thing." I started cracking up. She was like, "Let's keep it 100." I was like, "All right, Stacy."
That's that Memphis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came out. She a
Well,
whole different vibe.
I predict that Chance will not go out again with Phil. I predict that Joya will not go out with Kyle again. But I can see Catherine. She got an old lady name too. Catherine will go out. I think his name Mark.
Yeah.
Mark was funny.
They had a good
Mark.
date. They had a good date. They had better chemistry than she has with her boyfriend. So I think, they should break up and then she should get with, well, I don't know, it's just been one date, but she should absolutely date him some more. See how that works. Because they were a good match. So
and Mark wasn't nervous. He was so chill. He was a jokester. I like him. I like I like his lips.
Her man also wasn't like threatening him and acting a fool either.
Right.
So
well, and then why the hell would he say, you brought her some flowers? And then he was like, yeah, when's the last time you got some flowers? And she was like, Valentine's Day. And he was like, last year. But then he says, I haven't taken her out on a date in a while. I mean, I'm like,
Mr. I want to travel, but don't go out. It don't add up. He want freedom and traveling, but what do you want to do?
Oh, no. I'm talking about Ricky. What, ain't that his name? Catherine and Ricky. Yeah, Ricky.
Oh yeah, Ricky was the one that said they ain't been out in a while, and
yeah,
he bought the flowers for Valentine's Day.
She said, but I don't know who said it. I just wrote suffering in the romance department. I think she said it. I think she's the one who said it when they introduced them. Suffering in the romance department.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to break up too.
They do. And
I think every couple that has been on Put a Ring on It should break up. So if you know you got to come on this show, just break up.
Just end it.
Because obviously there is an issue.
Yeah. It's unfortunate too because we can't. This is the first episode and we already like, okay.
Wait, what was that on the Full House? Cut it out. Like just end it right now.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a shit show.
And I hate to be this pessimistic, but it just really.
Yeah, but there's two things. There's two things. I understand because I'm a single person. I understand that you want to find somebody to grow old with, somebody you can depend on, blah, 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 all that other stuff. But part of that does not have to be that I have to be with this person, for the rest of my life and be damn miserable. I'm just not doing that. I'd rather be by myself because it's just not worth it. You stressing me out. I'm gaining weight. I'm not doing all that.
I feel you.
I'd rather be by myself. It's stupid. It's just really stupid. And it's just too many women out here who cannot function without somebody in their life. They can't be by themselves. It's so sad.
They'll take just somebody
anything
instead of the right person. They'll just take somebody because they don't want to be alone. And that is really sad. I'm
Yeah.
glad I don't find myself in that position. I'm glad you have now found yourself in that position where you just take
Child,
any
I
old
ain't got no
somebody.
patience.
You just don't,
I have no patience for the
and you don't
bullshit.
settle. And you don't settle.
Yeah.
You keep looking for what you want. See, he's out there somewhere. It just ain't, you know, it ain't been.
I don't know where the hell he is, but yeah.
He might be watching the show. You watching? Come on, seek him.
Remember to like and subscribe. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so everybody on this damn show should just damn break up now. Now we got to go through a whole 79 episodes of just bullshit.
Of them unpacking feelings and emotions and trying to reconnect. And I don't want to.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Oh,
It didn't
but
stop.
yeah.
It just paused. I hit the space bar by accident. Didn't know that was gonna do that.
Right. So yeah, so it's just it's really sad that in this day and age, people still aren't communicating effectively. Or they're communicating effectively and they ain't listening to each other, whatever the case may be. But damn, these are red, these are red flags. These are blaring red flags. Like they got flashers on and everything. It's just
football field size red flags. And they still sitting there like, do you think it's a red flag? Do you think there's a problem?
What size is the red flag?
Yeah. And so why do reality shows frustrate us so much? I guess it's because these are real people out here being stupid. It's one thing
Oh
when
my
the
God,
show
driving
writer
next to us. They dumb driving next to us.
in the stove. Yeah. And so it's like with the scripted shows, a character does something stupid. You know, the writers did that.
Yeah.
But on these reality shows, that's this dummy. Like,
yeah, you dumb.
You're dumb.
You dumb.
Why are you this dumb? Why are you breathing?
Why are you?
And airspace.
And then I want to know where y'all work. Where do you work? Because, geez, Louise, I hope they're not nurses and doctors.
They don't.
We got to go to them for help.
They don't
and stuff
appear to be.
These
people don't appear to be.
Wait, I do know some physicians with less than common sense now. I do know
I'm talking
some.
about the people on these shows, the way they talk and look and dress and stuff. They don't appear to be very professional. Now on Ready to Love, those people sometimes they're like lawyers and real estate agents and
That's what they say.
Pilots and flight attendants. Yeah.
They probably got a degree in it, but they ain't got no job in it.
Put a ring on it. It's
like I'm an electrical engineer working at Amazon. loading trucks. I'm an Amazon driver with a degree in engineering. Yeah.
All right, so ready to move
on?
But
I do like Stacy off the rip, and I agree with one of our friends that she did jump in with both feet and be like, look at here. Mm-hmm. Girl.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna give them a lot of that. So it ought to be interesting at least to see her interaction with them. Even if we don't like the couples, the dates may be interesting or her analysis of the situation. So we'll see. First episode was good though. I enjoyed it. It was better than that Ready to Love. And it's better than Love and Marriage DC.
Oh my goodness.
We don't talk about that officially anymore. But real quick, I told you I saw on the website that Joy and Clifton had Petty.
Yeah, they are
for
married.
Their names. Yeah, so they are married.
They are married.
And it was like,
but I don't understand. So, you gonna marry me and you want to keep it a secret? I don't understand that.
I know two people who did that. Two couples who did that. Got married, were secretly married for like 6 months, and then had a huge wedding. Like, invited a whole bunch of people. One of them, that's a long story. I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, I know, and they were friends of mine, close friends that did it. And I don't understand. One of the couples divorced 9 months later.
Okay, they shouldn't have been married in the first place. But these two individuals, the reason why I'm just like, it makes no sense is because you are on a reality show. You met on a reality show. Dang, do they bore you? Okay. So you met on a reality show. So all of your business is on a reality show. You're on another reality show, but you want to keep a secret?
Yeah,
That
because
don't go together.
they wanted the planning a wedding to be a storyline. They wanted that to be a storyline, and that's why she was
We
mad
don't care.
that Ashley put it out there. Now, what I didn't like, and now I liked Ashley last season. I'm not a big fan of hers this season. She is really coming off as a mean girl because
She must want her own show.
telling that secret was just mean. It shouldn't be a secret, but it was mean of her, and she didn't do it for anything other than spite. And so I'm not feeling her on that one. Even Irena was like, what? So
yeah, I don't. That show can go off, and we'll hear about Irena and Jamie in the news because
domestic violence.
He's too volatile, and something is going to eventually happen. I'm surprised it hadn't happened. Well, we might not know about it because he was a cop. You know, they can sweep things under the rug, but you know, they've been married quite a while, so. They could just cancel that show too.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that I thought with Monique and Chris gone that it was going to be better, but it seems like it's worse without them. I don't know if Monique was the real glue or if it's just that these people just aren't very interesting.
None of them was interesting. Yeah, none of them are interesting.
I don't know, but the season just seems off or something. It's not gelling or something. I don't know. I don't like it this season. So I'm still watching it like a dummy, but I'm ready.
I know. Yeah. I was watching it too, but the whole time I'm going, what? I mean, and Winter with her dumb. Anyway, just dumb. Just dumb.
She's got a cute little boyfriend. Their little story is nice.
So Power Book 2.
Just brush on past that, huh?
I couldn't wait to watch Power Book 2, and you know I had to watch it twice. Because when I watched it, I think I started watching it a little after 11 o'clock at night. So you know what more than likely happened. I was dozing.
Wake up, gotta rewind it. What happened? Yeah, I've been there.
So I had to watch it over again. But I enjoyed it. What about you?
I did. That's what I was saying. We talked earlier. I was saying, Ready to Love is dragging it out. They need to take some notes from Power Book 2 because they came with the shit first episode. Like, I mean, first 2 minutes we got dead people, arms chopped, hands chopped off. They came with it. It wasn't easing into the story. No, let's bring it. Are y'all awake? Watch this. Yes.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch. Yeah. So yes. So I was the whole time I was like, who is this chick? So we got this Noma. New character. She appears to be African. Her and her henchman.
Minions.
Yeah, so she's
the man who keeps saying that he's tired of these crass Americans.
Yeah. So let's just
pale Americans. Americans.
Kill all of them. They're killing people left and right. I'm like, damn. They killed these two people they killed at the beginning didn't even do anything wrong. They just bought something at the auction. She came and demanded it, and when they said no, kill them. Like, why? Why do they have to die though? You already cut the woman's hand off. You had to kill her.
She wasn't gonna survive anyway. Becky was gonna go into shock, and she was gonna die anyway. So you might as well kill them all.
Cause she
she chopped it off like right down here. She didn't even get, like she was trying to get a ring, but she chopped way down here.
It was unnecessary. I was like, who are these people? So that turned out to be Mecca's fiance.
Her number one and her fiance.
So he was lying to everybody. It was global. He didn't care. He's lying over here. He got 2 fiancés at the same time. He got 3 names. He a snitch. He just was doing the absolute most in this one little season that he was on Power. he had Monet and them all tied up. I was just like,
Mhm.
this. It's amazing that he got taken out by somebody like Tariq, because was, he was
Well,
a
Monet shot him.
Tyreek helped set him up though. Tyreek was
Right.
his part of his downfall.
Right.
So, and I'm glad they showed the recap of last season or whatever, because I didn't remember that about the ring. I didn't remember anything about that 4.5 carat blue diamond ring. I was like, what? I don't remember that. So I'm glad they showed it. McLean asked the person, I can't remember the person's name, asked the person to make sure it had the right provenance, but apparently didn't, because Noma found them right away, killed the people, got her ring back. So
but that was interesting timing.
she
He
showed
just
up.
got the ring 30 minutes ago. Like, now it's at an auction house that night. And I mean, I know it wasn't that night, but you know what I'm saying.
Well,
In the grand scheme,
how long has it been since the last season?
we
I
don't.
mean, they just killed Mecca at the end of last season. It seemed like it picked up kind of close to that.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is the lady picked up the ring from McLean, and that night it was at the auction house. They do auctions every night, or what? I mean, like, and how she find out about it? They didn't even have time to put it in a book and email it out. Was she just going to the auction house every night?
Or she had some alerts set or something.
It was just convenient. This is when TV is convenient, because you're going, actually, even as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this a couple of times. But yeah, I was just like, how she know that ring was there? How she know it was on that street instead of the auction house on the other street?
That's what I'm saying. She might have had some alerts set. Somebody's watching
It's
all the
weird.
auction houses
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make all those assumptions that
Yeah.
she had some help, but it was just so convenient that she happened to walk into the right auction house at the right time, and then watch this man bid $5+ million for this ring.
5.5. All right, what's next on your? I know you got notes. What's your next point?
That's not my first. Oh, that was my first point.
What was the first scene?
So Tariq and Effie were in the room packing up, and in walks Becca and her mother. And her mother had all the balls and just talking to Tariq like he is the gutter Barbie of the
the gutter Barbie.
I had to bring it back. But just disrespectful. Like, he wasn't being disrespectful to her at all, and she just doing all of this stuff. But your son, the one, went up there on that stand and said, it was me. It was me.
But of course Tariq made him do it, or it's all still Tariq's fault, because
everything's Tariq's fault.
This black kid corrupted their little precious white son. So
right. And now it's super convenient
that she's her
roommate. That Diana becomes the roommate of Becca.
So first of all,
go ahead.
First
let me go on. Let me lean back on them.
First of all, why did they spend all of that money sending Tariq and Braden and all of his family to Choate, the private school, and everybody and their mama can get into Stansfield? The big dummy Zeke was there.
Well, that's because he was a ball player.
There. We didn't know she was all that smart. We ain't seen her.
But Effie went to Choate.
Diana is there. Like, everybody gets into this place. Everybody gets into Stansfield. Is it competitive at all? I'm like, why we need to do private school? They taking folks off the street. What's the admissions process? I just was like,
it's a buy one, get one.
It's so dumb. Everybody goes to the school. Yeah. So I wrote that down. Anybody gets into Stansfield. I wrote that down. I mean, not to knock that Diana was smarter, but still. It's the writers just wanted everybody all in one place, and that's just how.
But she didn't have to be the roommate. She didn't have to be the roommate. That's you jumped over the fence without even jumping. Like, come on.
Oh, they call it jump the shark. You ever heard that term?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it was just such a damn stretch. She
It was
didn't
a
have to
reach.
room with Becca.
It was a reach. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on that because that was crazy. What else you got on your list of notes?
So then Monet gets the penthouse, but she don't get the car. She doesn't get the plane. She doesn't get the money, but she gets the penthouse.
She didn't
Why?
though. She didn't. Dante left the penthouse to Zeke.
Right, but because Zeke
So
is
he didn't
dead.
leave her shit, is what I'm saying.
Right,
He didn't even
right.
leave her the toilet paper roll. He didn't leave her nothing. But
The
he also
third of the
didn't
toilet paper.
he also didn't know he was gonna die. So
Right.
but he left the penthouse to Zeke, but Zeke is dead, so she gets it
So she gets
by
it, and then
default.
she gives it to Kane
Kane
and
and
Drew.
Drew. Yeah. I wouldn't want to live in there. Too many people knew that that was where he lived. Too many people know that that's the bougie trap house. I can't do it. I can't do it. Mm-mm. I wouldn't have stayed there. Yeah. And then as
You
soon as they
know, you know, you know what's funny though? Every time they showed that penthouse, and I don't know if this is remotely true or remotely the same, but it looks like the exact same penthouse in P Valley that Mercedes was going to meet the coach, and it had that pole in the
but
middle
I
of
thought
the living room.
there was some stairs in the middle too.
It
It didn't
was some stairs there, but they keep showing certain angles, and
yeah,
I
it doesn't
keep
look
paying
like it to me.
attention. Huh?
It doesn't look like it to me,
The
but
windows, it's girl, it's the aesthetic of it. It's all white. It's the floor to ceiling windows. It's all white. It's just
well,
really
they
pretty.
all on Stars, so it might be on the same sound stage or something. Who knows? I mean, don't waste that money. Go and send them over there to
To P
coach
Valley.
the
P Valley
coach's
said.
apartment. Yeah, go and send them over there to coach's penthouse. I mean, why not? So
I notice stuff like that because I like a lot of light, of course. I like a lot of light in my house. So I love the floor. I pay attention. Well, HGTV is my favorite channel. I notice stuff like that.
I
So
noticed stuff. I just didn't see that. I didn't catch that
it
was
reminds me,
yeah.
of that condo in P Valley. But anyway,
To me, yeah.
yeah. So Kane throws a party trying to get a new connect. Drew trying to get his freak on because he finally free and can have sex with whatever that dude's name is. Um,
I
you
cannot
know,
stand that dude. He got the
he is
worst
so
attitude,
corny.
but he just got a bad attitude. He like, what does Drew even see in him other than he just
Sex,
knows he's gay?
sex.
Yeah, but he just be all wing 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 wing.
Wah, wah, wah.
He been whining since last season or season one. Yeah, I think he was whining. When did Zeke come on? Was it last
In
year?
season one, season
Yeah,
one,
this kid been whining since season one. I'm over him. Like, why does Drew even fool with him? It
because
can't
it's
last.
that's
I
yeah,
wrote that
but that's
down.
all Drew
Drew's
wants.
boyfand is a downer. But I
It's
do
a
love
downer.
I love when Councilman Tate shows up.
Yes,
I just love him.
Rashad.
I love him. He's slimy, but he smile about it all the time. He's slick. Can't nobody catch him. I just like his character. I like his character, and I like the way Lorenz Tate plays it. So he's good.
I am a huge fan of Lorenz Tate
Me too.
with his sexy ass,
He's so little.
short ass,
Yeah, he is.
sexy
He's so
short ass,
little. He's so little. Yeah,
and
so
his greasy smile. I love that greasy ass
his
smile because he's
smile is so
always up to
nice.
no
His
good.
smile is so nice though. But yeah, he's always up to some bullshit. I like him.
Yeah.
Bash. Bye.
Oh, so glad Tariq killed Bash. I was like, yes.
But then he just dropped the knife, and I was like, "What? That? Come on, Tariq, you done killed 29 people so far. You know better than
Not
this.
29.
He just gonna grab the steak knife and jug him with it, and then
Yeah,
drop it on the floor.
jugging.
Like,
Yeah,
what was his plan at that point? If Kane and Braden had
Kane and
walked in,
yeah,
what was he
Kane
gonna
and
do?
Braden. Right,
What was he
right,
gonna do?
right.
'Cause he looked like he was just gonna leave. He looked like he was about to just bounce. Like, no,
Yep.
you not with your if anybody on the show got fingerprints on file,
Tariq,
Tariq
Tariq the
does.
main one.
Tariq, the main one. He done been in trouble. How many times? Like, come on. This boy got some
Yeah.
bodies. This boy got some
And
serious bodies.
then they walk in talking about Tariq. Like, And
Y'all were
then he was
coming to
like, "What
kill him.
y'all doing here?"
They were there to kill him, but Tariq had already done it. So that's what they were there for. To
It was
kill,
kill bash. Yeah, I know, but
kill
I'm
Bash
saying it
Day.
was kill bash night. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like,
Everybody
damn.
woke up that morning like Bash can get it. He gotta go. Yeah.
Well, they need to say that to Blake and Sue Ann and all of them too.
Just
Shit.
just scoot on over to the OWN network and start slicing up Ready to Love contestants. No. So yeah, they brought Bash back just to kill him, and I can't quite figure out why. And I don't know if they just felt like they had
Well, see,
that.
he had called out sick. He had called out sick for one episode, and he had to make up one episode so he can get his last check.
Get his last check. Something, because it just seemed like when he showed up, I was like, wait a minute, wait, who? Oh yeah, that dude. It took me a minute to remember even who he was. And then he's up here trying to strong arm the murderer. Like
He's trying to extort from damn Tariq.
at this point, Tariq is a mass murderer or a
But you
serial
knew,
killer.
but he clearly said that, what was his name? Sterling, whatever his boyfriend's name, his sugar daddy's name was. I mean, he knew what type of family that was. And you just gonna show up at this boy's school talking about you need to pay me because you put my name out there in them streets.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Nobody knew he was the one behind it. It was just silly. But it'll come back. They can't just kill him and get away with it. It'll show back up. Somebody got to take the
Please
heat
don't
for
let
it.
it show back up.
I
I
don't
don't
need
want
it to,
I
but
don't care about Bash. We don't. Good riddance.
yeah, but I can't see any other reason why they brought it back. It's got to be, you know, they're going to get in trouble for it. Plus, I was so mad to see her back. Blanca is hot on Tariq. She just hates him. And what's the other chick's name? Sullivan.
Jenny.
Jenny Sullivan. I don't like her either.
I don't like her either, but it's just funny how these people, even Sax in the previous in the last season of Power, how they become obsessed with people who are getting away with stuff. Yeah. But Sax, Blanca, and Jenny have done stuff and gotten away with it too. So why is it so bad that James St. Patrick got away with stuff? You do it too.
Yeah. That's common on these kind of shows, though, that the police will do whatever it takes to catch criminals, but they out here doing
they criminals
crimes.
themselves.
They out here committing crimes trying to catch criminals. Like, make it make sense. So
yeah.
And they you don't watch it, but the same thing is happening on BMF. Yeah. The policeman is obsessed with the Black Mafia family, and he just will not. He won't let it go. But he's out here killing people and committing crimes, stealing drugs. He's doing all kind of stuff because he's obsessed with them. Yeah, it's interesting how and that's also Stars. So it might be a Stars thing. The writers need
obsessed. It's just crazy about the obsession, Jenny. I'm like, and it's so crazy because of course, in real life, right? I have a friend who was murdered. I think it's been 2 years, 3 years. It's been 3 years, and I haven't heard not one iota of them finding a single solitary clue as to who did it. It's almost like these shows, they show these people obsessed with one person. Well, that must be indicative of real life, because everybody must be obsessed with one person and everybody else get left hanging. Because it's just you do hear, even on the news, you hear about people who say, my son's killer or my daughter's killer is still on the loose and the police haven't said or done anything. It must happen in real life, because these folks have been obsessed with this family for umpteen shows, especially Blanca and Sax.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing Jenny in. Oh wait, and the other cop that's mad that
that the
Carrie is
about
is
Carrie. Yeah, I
mhm.
guess they want us to see that the walls are closing in on Tariq. He's got it coming from all
But they're not.
directions, but they are. He's got different branches of the police looking at
Mhm.
him. He's got Noma, the global drug dealer. Now she, hovering. He had Mecca on his case. Kane was hating him. He just have it coming.
Bash.
He
Yeah,
Bash. He have
everybody.
it coming from all these directions. And now when we find out there's an embedded snitch in the crew, we obviously know who it is because they
I'm
made him.
not gonna say I know who it is, but you can say who you know who it is.
Okay.
Wait, before we get there though, before we get to that one, because we're gonna spend some time on that. Keisha Sharp is new to the show. I liked her when she was on Girlfriends, when she played Monica on Girlfriends.
Oh yeah.
And now she's
Monica.
coming, yeah, now she's coming in to replace Carrie. And I was glad to see her. I actually am a fan of Keisha Sharp, and I liked the way she came in and handled the class, and I I'm ready to see what's gonna happen with her as well.
And she fronted on Tate and his girlfriend. When it Tate,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
She
knows
was
Rashad. They went to school together. So it'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen with her character.
yeah. Now the other new character, Kiki, Kiki and Uncle Lucas were two other new characters. Uncle Lucas and
The
Kiki.
Westerns are straight cokeheads.
Yeah.
Like,
Uncle
wow.
Lucas looks like he gonna be fun to have on the show. He about to
I
be up to
like,
some nonsense. So
and what did I meant to look up what he has played on because I don't really know him, but he's easy on the eyes at least. But I don't know who he is, but he was funny. He was funny.
yeah. He's been on I'll find it. I've seen him before. I have seen him before.
Yeah, I
Uh
don't know if I've ever seen a show that he's been on, but he was funny. He was funny.
mhm.
They drinking and snorting coke at 9 o'clock in the morning.
It was wild. It was wild. I was like,
I'm like,
they just ball out at this firm, the
mm-hmm,
Weston Group or whatever it's called. He was
mm-hmm.
on New Girl. He was
Didn't
on
watch it.
um he's been in other stuff I've seen. I don't know that you've seen it. So
Like
Bad
what?
Bad Moms. BoJack
Mm,
Horseman's animated. You didn't see the Bad
mm.
Moms movies? Oh. About a boy? Think Like a Man?
I saw Think Like a Man.
Two. He was in Think Like a Man too. The
As who?
Parenthood. His name was Terrell. He was on The Parenthood. Remember that show?
Yeah.
He been in a lot of stuff. He been in a lot of stuff. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. Okay,
The
Lorenz.
Fume. The Fume, the memorial.
Wait, before that though, Monet sitting around emo, right? She's sad about her baby boy, and she determined to find out who killed him. And Lorenzo over here like, roll the top of their head.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
really want to know who did it? Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to find that person.
I'm not gonna tell on myself.
You
I
know,
plead the fifth for myself. Yeah.
he all creeping around the outer edges because he trying to stay out of her out of her sight. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking. I'm gonna find who it is. Yeah, you're not gonna try to find who it is unless you go look in the mirror, partner.
Yeah.
So that's got to come out, and it's gonna be hell to pay when it come out. But I really hope Monet snaps out of it because emo Monet is too much for me. Sitting around moping and looking all sad, talking about,
I should have left him in North Carolina.
yeah, you should have. You should have left his ass alone.
But
So
she was using him to get out.
that's her problem. She should have been using her son for nothing. So forget her.
The other ones was midgets. They weren't playing basketball.
Yeah, but they was putting in that work for her. She should have
Yeah,
had a
but she
different
wanted out.
plan. She shouldn't have put them in the business. So how
She
you gonna
wanted out.
have all your other kids running the business and then use the secret one to get you out? Like she ain't shit. So and then because
You
she
said
was
she ain't shit.
yeah, and because she was so sad and mopey, we didn't get the fashions like we normally do.
Right.
I need to
She
see
just
some
had the
coats.
shades on the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Wear the
I mean, the
coats,
whole show.
baby. Wear the coats. Cause you remember
The
Rock.
boots.
Cause you know Rock on
The
Kanan,
boots.
she dresses. And
Yeah.
Monet right there with her. So I'm gonna need Monet to bring it this season. Don't let
Yeah.
Rock have it. She better
Right.
yeah.
Cause
So
Rock she's dressed. That 80s shit be on point.
popping. Yes.
These young whippersnappers don't know nothing about the 80s.
Right. So then are we at the end? You ready to talk about who?
No, we gonna talk about the memorial first.
Oh yeah, the memorial. Or Tariq
They
gave
brought
his
out Lil Mo.
What'd you think? You like her?
I like her as a singer, but that song was not for her. What
What's
was
that
it? His
song
Eyes
I
on the
like by
Sparrow?
her? I don't remember what she was singing now because I really was like,
It wasn't good. Like
it
they should
wasn't
have come down one key.
key. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
it was just too high for her, and she can sing. She's a good singer, but
I like that one song she has. Now that love's taking over, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I like that one. Make it official. He ain't getting no. Now I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to go listen to that. Yeah, so then Tariq gave his speech, told them all about themselves. I'm innocent, liar. I didn't kill nobody, liar. I'm not a drug dealer, liar.
I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
It was interesting how he turned it right back on himself, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. So.
But Diana put together the memorial in 5 minutes, and everybody showed up, and they hung Zeke's number from the rafters. They retired his number, I guess. It was cool. I don't remember seeing the basketball play. Yeah, they were there, I guess, somewhere. But anyway, next.
I didn't really care about a funeral for a fake person. It didn't. I was just like, okay. Next scene. I was good.
My favorite scene in this entire show was when they were in the warehouse and they walked in, all 4 of them, and I was so ecstatic because all I could see was Kanan, Ghost, Tasha, and Tommy walking down through that drug warehouse. And I was just like, whoever wrote this,
they did that on purpose.
If you are a real fan, oh my God, it was so just, what is it? Allegory. What is it? What's the M word? I don't know what it was, but it was just so on point. And I was like, this show, they know how to bring it back to what are we really here for, people? Like, you know. So I was like, I really cheesed during that scene because I was just like,
it was nice. It was a little synergy, so that was cool.
Symbolism? I don't know what the word is. Anyway, whatever it is.
What else? Since you don't want to talk about the big review.
I had to say that before because
okay.
that's so now we're at the scene
where Everybody Hates Chris girl shows back up.
I didn't watch that show.
What? Really?
Ooh.
Now that is shocking. As much as you love Chris Rock, I'm surprised that you didn't watch Everybody Hates Chris because he narrated it.
I can tell you why. Because Pam's character annoyed the shit out of me. I tried to watch, and plus I'm not really a fan of Damon. My boy Damon. What's his name? What was the daddy?
Terry Crews?
I'm not really a fan of Terry Crews. Not really. But I did watch 1 or 2 or 3 episodes. But Pam's and I don't get me wrong, I am a fan of Tashina Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
But her character annoyed the shit out of me. So no, I didn't watch it. I am a fan of Chris Rock. That's why I was gonna watch it. But no,
That just took me out. I'm like, so you don't know that this girl who played Lauren. So the girl who played Lauren on Power Book 2 was the girl interest, the love interest for Chris on Everybody
okay.
Hates Chris. But they
Yeah,
were little
no.
kids on that show because it was, however
Right.
many years ago, 15 years ago or so. Yeah.
Right.
So, but I didn't like her on that show. So when she showed up on Power, I was like, no, it's the Everybody Hates Chris girl. Anyway, so we find out that she's not dead. She is being kept, I guess, in protective custody by Jenny Sullivan, and she's gonna help them because what she thinks, I forget why she turned on Tariq. What happened last season?
She turned on Tariq because Carrie told her she was going to go to jail if she didn't do it.
Oh, that's
over
right.
over a few little weed sticks or
Yeah, that
whatever.
they
I mean,
found in her room. Yeah.
that didn't have her fingerprints on it. But I mean, she's a child. She's a college student. She didn't know
She was
that they
goody
didn't.
two
They couldn't
shoes.
prove.
Yeah.
They couldn't prove it because number one, we had already, back in the day, we had already ascertained that none of these dorms have freaking locks on them, and anybody can go in anybody's room at any point in time.
Yeah.
Even if you sleep or taking a bath, anybody can just walk in your goddamn room. So
It
we
was
had
a
already
stretch.
established that.
It was a stretch. It was a stretch.
But the fact that this girl is like, because of me, I would have been like, how you know that's mine? Does it have my fingerprints on it?
But she was a goody two shoes and probably had never been in
Yeah, but I'm not
trouble,
going to jail for
terrified.
nobody.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so we find out that she's not dead. Which, on these shows, if you don't see them kill somebody, like shoot them in the head, they may not be dead. I mean, that's just how it goes on these scripted shows. If you don't see the person get murked, they might actually still be alive. So so we find that, so the way it went was Braden picked her up, told her he was taking her, out so she could go on the run, gave her some money. But then Effie showed up and drove off with Lauren. And so we were supposed to assume that Effie killed her. But if she ain't dead, that means Effie didn't kill her, which means Effie must be the embedded informant. That's my logic.
Why? If she's Tasha, why?
If who's Tasha?
Effie.
What do you mean if she's Tasha?
So that's why I said what I
You're
said
talking about, I
before we
know you're talking
started
about
talking.
from the warehouse entrance, but what does that have to do with?
Because I mean, that's kind of what, I am, of course this is just me talking. Nobody has said it's just gonna be a repeat of Power. But what I'm saying is, why would first of all, how the fuck does Jimmy even know Effie?
Jenny, but why is Lauren not dead? Why would Effie not kill her? And if
Okay, so
Effie is
Lauren is
telling,
Angela. Lauren is Angela.
then why
I'm
wouldn't
really.
Tasha have killed Angela? Come on. And Tasha never had an opportunity to ride off in the sunset with Angela. Tasha would have murked that bitch. No, I'm sorry. If Effie, and why would Effie keep her alive? What did she do with her? Where did she take her then if she didn't kill her? And
Right,
why
but
did
that's
she
what
tell
I'm saying.
everybody
It's so
that
many,
she did kill her? Or not
I
everybody.
have so many questions because I don't know if it was you or somebody else I was talking to.
It wasn't me.
Their rationale was, you said it was you?
It wasn't me.
They said that the rationale was that they were being watched, followed. The DA's office has been keeping an eye on everybody Tariq talked to and every move Tariq and Brady made. So they saw Effie in the room the whole time. So Jenny must have pulled Effie to the side and been like, I know who you are and you better work for me. Yeah. What? First of all, you go in that dorm room. How the hell you know where she going? Oh, I know, because she put two and two together because Effie went to choke with Tariq and Braden, so they automatically know each other. Nah.
We don't know how the connection would be made, but what
Nope,
I
don't
want you
know.
to answer is
What you want me to answer? Let me get the mic.
what did Effie do with Lauren? Why is Lauren still alive? Effie's the last one that was with her. It doesn't add. That's
it makes
the part
no
that
sense.
doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. And Lauren doesn't know anything. Lauren knows nothing.
Effie don't know that though.
The only thing Lauren knew is that Tariq told Lauren that he knew who the book was about. So she doesn't know anything.
Yeah, so it would make more sense for Effie to be in with the DA's office or whoever this is.
But why is Lauren still alive?
That's my question. If you are Effie and you out here like this chick gotta die, Tariq is trying to get Lauren out of the city, away from the shit, get her somewhere safe. Braden was on his way away with her. I don't know if he was going to kill her or if he was just going to go ahead and help her get out of town. But then Effie shows up and intercepts him. Why? It doesn't make sense. Effie seemed like she was the one saying, you know what's got to happen. That bitch got to die. So Effie is the one that put it out there that Lauren had to die. And then Lauren's death was faked.
But why?
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. It has
to be Effie. It doesn't make sense for anybody else to have shown up and gotten Lauren from Effie without Effie knowing about it. Effie would have freaked out and went to Braden or somebody and been like, yo, they came and got Lauren for me. She not dead or something like that. But Effie's telling Braden that Lauren is dead. Why? Why is she lying? Because she's got to be in on it. And it doesn't make sense.
And why?
There's no other reason. There's nobody else that makes sense. Plus, she kept asking all those questions. Plus, she kept asking questions about, what are you doing? What are you not telling me? You know how the informant acts on these shows when they guilty? They be asking all these questions, trying to get the information.
First she said she wanted to be her own woman and she didn't want to be connected to him. And I want to be my own name out here. I don't want to be called your girlfriend and all of that. And then next thing you know is you back in the business. Well, who's the connect? Well, I want to sell drugs with you, but
that's all.
Which one of you? And Tariq should know better. Tariq knows not to freaking trust Effie anyway.
And they keep showing her when she get into bed with him, she laying there awake. I think they try to make it obvious that we should suspect her. It don't make sense. Well, it ain't Kane. We know Kane ain't the informant. He ain't smart enough. Right? Diana ain't gonna be the one. Diana ain't in it enough with Tariq and them to be able to even say anything. It ain't Braden. He done already fell on the sword once. That white boy trying to be Tony Montana or somebody out here. So
Tony Montana. So okay, so when Jenny first said it to Blanca, that she had an informant, my first thought was Jenny is lying so Blanca can give her information. That was my very first thought. And of course, that was earlier in the show. Mm-hmm. Then when they showed the scene, when they showed the scene where Jenny and Saxe were going through McLean's files, right? And Saxe was asked, so McLean, whatever, happened to call. And then Saxe is like, yeah, so do you have somebody watching Mecca's apartment, Dante's apartment, whatever his name is at that point? And so she's like, nah, I ain't got nobody watching, but she knew exactly who it could have been. And so then I was like, okay, is she trying to say Saxe is her informant because he's giving information that's gonna lead to. In other words, she thinks that
he is though. He is.
She thinks, right. So she thinks that McLean, Method Man.
That part.
Method Man is in with Tariq with the drug dealer, and now she can get the big fish, right? So then I was like, okay, well, maybe she meant that she's just using Saxe for information. He's not really an informant. He's informing her because she's sleeping with him, right? Okay. So so then when it got to the end of the show, I'm like, Effie's the informant. But why? Why would she be the informant?
We don't know
They
that
don't
yet.
have
First
nothing
episode.
on Effie. I mean Effie. What do they have on Effie?
But you know how these shows do? They might have one episode where they show us what went down, or she confesses it, or whatever. She's the only one that makes sense, though. She is.
Saxe is the one who makes the most sense, because Saxe is
not
informing
Saxe,
her.
because she said embedded. Saxe is not embedded in a crew. He's
Well,
not.
we already
It
know
can't
that
be
they don't
him.
use words correctly.
Well, no, it can't be him. No, you wouldn't use that word. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have used that.
Well,
It's
I
gotta
mean,
be
I get
somebody that's in. It's
no,
gotta be somebody
I
that's
agree
in.
with what you're saying, but it still makes no sense that it would be Effie. It makes no sense. And then, like I said, Lauren knows nothing.
No, she thinks that she knows something, but she doesn't. I mean, but she is his emotional connection, and if she shows up in court and Effie, he's screwed.
But Effie will have to tell on herself.
Yeah, but she, you get a reduced sentence. The informants get what's the word I'm looking for? Immunity. I was about to say it wrong, like Boosie economy. But
I saw that video last night, and I was like, and the more he kept saying it, my eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger. Like,
it's like the economy. And the host
did you
didn't
just
even
learn
say
that word
anything.
now? Like,
he just
you didn't
read
go to
it.
school at all?
He read it. Apparently, he's never heard it. Most people only say words they've heard, but he apparently hasn't heard it. He's only seen it and didn't know how to pronounce it. Ignorance abounds in this country. All right, ma'am.
Girl.
So we're gonna have to keep an eye on what's happening with these folks in New York, New Jersey, wherever they are.
I listen, I love me some Pow book too. They better bring that when they bring all of this home, it better goddamn make some sense. Because when I saw that ending, I literally was like, did I miss something? Let me rewind it. Did I miss something? Like, what the fuck is Lauren still on this damn show?
You know what I did? I went back to season 2 and watched the chain of evidence. Because I was like, okay, because I was like, was it Braden had her last? No, it wasn't Braden, it was Effie. And I was trying to remember how that all went down. So I went back and watched it. And Effie's the one that showed up. Braden was about to let her go.
Right.
Effie showed up and took her with her.
She punched her and then put her in the car and took the bag of money around to the driver's side, and they drove off. So she made
it look like she was going to kill her, but she obviously did not. That's the only thing that's pointing to her as the informant, is because Lauren is actually alive. She is alive.
But
if she's not dead, why? Yeah.
So we are both stumped at this one. And of course, they got to do this to us. They got to do this to us because it was just going too well. Nona done got on here and killed some folks. Tariq done killed Bash, and then they just hit us with it. Boom. Knocked us in the head with some shit that don't make sense. And they better bring it. They better bring it home. That's all I got to say. Or I will be emailing. Who the hell I'm going to be emailing? 50 Cent and who else? Who else?
Courtney, what's her name? She's still on
Courtney Kemp. Courtney Kemp. Girl, you gonna get it. Because that shit did not make no damn sense whatsoever. And all I'm gonna write is WTF. Because I don't get it.
Well, hopefully they'll tie it together. Because this is one of the better shows on TV. They do a good job most of the time. They do a good job most of the time. So,
yeah. I enjoyed it though. I did enjoy it. I'm glad to see him
talking about it. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Except the end. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And I don't think, well, I don't, I try not to watch any previews. So I just wait till because they had the videos on the Instagram and all of that. And I'm just like, ooh, let me go past it real quick so I don't ruin it. I like to see it for the first time. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in to I Ain't Trying to Be Funny, but with Keita and Kim, remember to like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
And let us know what you think about what we're saying. Do you know who the confidential informant is and why the hell is Lauren still alive?
Right.
Let us know in the comments. So we're going to take a short recess for a week and we'll be back with you all in 2 weeks. Until then, holla at a player.
All right, deuces.